Okay, I'm up, like officially up. Let's see if I can't get into the server. Can you put a curve on them that
that's what
when it jumps to the halfway point, it's still not. So you'll have to push the brake pedals a lot farther, but then once you get to that point, they should be more linear. This plane's already, like, that's one of my complaints. As much as I like the Corsair, it does not taxi appropriately. And so if you're having brake issues, it's going to make it even harder to taxi that thing.
Wonder if let me try this.
What if I raise this up, if that's a better angle for everyone? I think like this may be a little bit better.
Oh, maybe, okay.
Oh, you're doing a custom curve.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can. No, I've got to go this. It's got to be this way. Basically, I'll have to keep it 0 till we get to here.
All right. Let's see. We're just going to do a bat bomb. Just a bat bomb, no rockets. What's up, Rocks? Thank you, man. Appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. I'll tell you what, Wiz. I'm on the Essex. When you dynamic spawn in, dynamic spawn on the first Essex. But I'm going to go ahead and cold start, and that way I can move out of your way so you can spawn in behind me.
Okay. Let me shut the stream down, and then I will. I think that will work. I'm going to try doing that same thing for the other one.
To figure out why Dog has so much trouble starting this airplane, because it starts up so nicely for me. Oh, I'm gonna have to watch the oil. I think they've actually. I don't know if it's actually. I don't know if the patches come out. They're well in work of making the oil temperatures operate correctly on this plane. And once that happens, it'll be much more of a nightmare.
I think that did it. Now it'll probably be much easier to. All right, so I guess there's 2 Essexes.
I spawned in on the first Essex.
Okay. And am I clear to spawn in?
You should be okay to spawn in. I'm gonna change because I don't like this light gray. I'm gonna give myself the right color for this airplane. The VBF-10 CV-11 Intrepid is the dark blue.
Copy.
That's what I want. All right.
And then there's something.
Is that what we're working on?
Yeah, there's some weird thing off the tail of this carrier. It drags like lines behind it. I don't know what it is, but when we come back, we'll land on the other Essex.
Okay.
Because there's weird lines. I don't know what it is. It's like black lines coming off the back of the carrier deck. Cables. It's like dragging. Actually, yeah. When I get close at it, they're actual cables. It's dragging cables. It's towing something. What the hell is that? I'm gonna have to ask them about that. All right.
I don't see it.
Oh, I definitely do. It's literally off either side of the carrier deck are 2 cables dragging behind the carrier.
Well,
like literally right off the back edge of the deck. Probably a good like 1,000 yards or more behind the carrier.
interesting. Okay, let's see.
All
Gotta
right.
remember how to start this thing.
I can walk you through it. Way behind your left hip, left elbow.
Nope.
Push the lock handle down, and then the unlock wing forward. Oh, I can't wait. When that patch comes out, it's going to be a lot more work in this airplane. Because it's not as complicated as it needs to be, or as it will be when those engine temps become a factor.
Shoulders there.
Cylinder head temps are a factor in this airplane. But this engine, by default, the R2800 it's an oil temp monster. And they're not modeled yet.
So the wings will just gravity lower, huh?
Sorry, I had a drink in my mouth. Yeah, they will gravity fall, or they'll hydraulically go down more quickly once the engine's running. It'll yell at you with the horn, but you don't want to lock the wings. You see the little red oval shaped thing on either wing? When that is perfectly flush, that means your wings are safe to lock. So when they're gravity falling, it takes quite a while for that to go down.
Oh, yeah, there it goes.
And then I set the wing law fold handle back to neutral. Moving forward from that when you're ready.
Okay.
6 degrees rudder right, 6 degrees aileron right, and 1 degree nose up on the trim.
Rudder, 6 degrees, aileron. And then what was the elevator?
1 nose up.
Okay.
Prop full forward, throttle at idle for now. Below that, fuel to main, and yeah, they do have the switches backwards in the Corsair. I think that's also on the list of repairs, is to reverse the cockpit switches.
Okay, good. Alright. Fuel is on main.
Alright, moving over to the right side of the cockpit, you'll want to turn your battery and fuel pump on, the first 2 switches on the top row.
Done.
And then you'll want to prime the engine until you see 10 psi on the fuel pressure gauge on the forward right instrument panel.
Oh, there it is, okay.
Then you're going to uncover the start switch. I have these switches bound because you'll need to hold prime while holding starter. If you have those bound, great. If not, I can wait.
I don't remember if I've got those. Let me just double check.
I have them bound to the
Nope.
I have them bound to the engine operation switches on my Warthog. Right is starter, left is primer.
Okay, it doesn't look like I do, so let's see. It's going to be...
In fact, I'm going to bind something else there too. I'm going to bind starter cover closed to that. That way I can close it.
Starter. Okay, there we go.
Good.
Okay, so we'll go starter cover open. Leave that.
There's another one. While you're in the bindings, let me hook you up with a couple more.
Okay,
When
so
you
you
get those
have,
bound,
you
I
have the
have
starter set
I have
to...
the right switch forward is starter. That's it.
Okay, right
It's
switch
button
forward.
32 starter.
Okay,
The right switch back is starter cover close. So when I'm done starting, I just click it back and it closes the cover. The left switch is primer. And I use those two because they're momentary switches, because I don't want to leave the primer or leave the starter on, so those are good switches.
okay. All right.
Other switches you're going to need to bind. You're going to need to bind under flight control, air brake, toggle. Because you don't have speed brakes, but if you move the gear handle to the air brake, die brake, it lowers the mains but not the tail wheel. And so I just use my speed brake button on the throttle to toggle that on and off. Because your landing gear is literally your die brake.
Oh, see, I have those bound to my cowl, my flaps, my cowl oil cooler, and yeah, I've got those 3 switches bound to those. But I do have air brake bound, so
Okay,
I'm
good.
there.
You're also going to need, let me find it. You're going to need under weapons, you're going to need bat bomb search mode and bat bomb lock. Those are the only 2 you need right now.
Okay.
Oh, I have bat bomb scope on as well. So, scope on, search, and lock.
on.
It's a prop plane. Sorry, I'm trying to see the chat on YouTube. It doesn't show up in VR, but I have the ability to look at it. So if I'm missing your chat stuff there.
Okay, got those.
Hello to all those watching from Hoggett. Nice, 9-line. All right, let me jump back in. All right, I think you're bound up now.
Okay.
So, the rest of the start. You're going to open your throttle about an inch. Oh, there was one more. Sorry, there was one more binding you probably want. My mistake. Last one. You're going to need to bind. It's weird because there's nothing in the cockpit for it. So that's like, it's really unusual because you'd expect it to be in the cockpit. But you want to bind parking brake on off. And I have that bound to the fuel flow right switch on my Warthog, but you can bind that to wherever you want. And there's no parking brake lever that I have seen in the airplane, but it might be something that they do with their feet. I don't know, but that's under flight control. Parking brake on is button 17, and parking brake off is 17 off.
Okay.
Cool. You're good. All right. Throttle open about an inch. Above your gear handle is the magnetos.
Yep.
Turn those to both. You're going to hold prime and hold start, and as soon as the engine pops off, you're going to click the mixture to its middle position.
Middle.
Oh, and then there's one more binding. Jeez, there's so many bindings I haven't told you about that you might have and you might not.
What's that?
Are you started?
Not yet. I was gonna.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
the
we
one,
can do that binding
the one
real
last binding I can think of for now is the boat switch on your throttle. Is not the boat switch. I'm sorry. The China hat is supercharger minus and supercharger plus, and they're backwards.
I do have that bound.
Backwards is plus and forwards is all right. Cool, good. So.
Yep. All right. So we go primer, start.
You have to open the cover or the start switch won't work.
Oh. Yep, there we go. Okay, let's try that again. Primer.
Hold primer, hold start. Once it pops off, mixture to...
I think I released it too quick.
And then make sure you get over 1,000 RPM. She doesn't like to idle cold below 1,000. Cool. It looks like the oils are coming up to temp for me okay. If you want to warm her up, you can go to 1,500 RPM. What's up, kiddo? All right, while you're warming it up, cowl flaps, open them about, I don't know, what looks like halfway. And you have the oil cooler and intercooler bound.
Yep.
So open the oil cooler halfway, open the intercooler all the way. Other things we'll do while we're waiting. Turn on your gun sight. It's the right switch on the left glare shield. And you can adjust the brightness. You have to click the knob to turn it.
Okay.
Other things we can do, uncage your gyro. Set your flaps to 20 for takeoff.
Flaps 20.
I'm going to check the F10 map and see if we have a ship that we can go attack here. We do. Perfect.
Okay.
Where are your oils at?
Temperature's still sitting kind of right in the middle. It's not into the blue quite yet.
Okay, well, wait a minute. So, for your machine guns, you've got left switch on your glare shield is the camera.
Yep.
Next switch is the master arm when you want to arm your weapons, and then the next 3 switches are your guns: outboard, center, and inboard on each wing.
But, and I know about the charge safe.
Yeah, that was the
button.
next thing. You need to make sure they're charged before they work. On the right side is your left and right release, and then the farthest right is your center pylon release. So that's what we'll turn on when it's time to drop the bat bomb. And we're going to go tail only on the fusing. It doesn't seem to work for nose tail when it's time.
Okay.
When you turn on, once we're flying around, we can turn it on now actually. If you look down in front of your gear handle, you'll see a box with 2 red buttons. The bottom center switch, you can click that to run. It's the farthest right position. And that's going to start warming up the bat bomb and its radar. You can also turn the gain up if you want to. So I set it in the middle because I don't know where it should be. And then you'll also notice you've got a radar scope mounted to your instrument panel.
Yeah, so you said, so do I have to turn on the pylon first, or?
No.
The...
Don't. The pylon is just to release the weapon. So
Okay.
there's a rheostat on the bottom of that box, and it turns to a hold, and then it turns to a run position.
Okay, got it.
And once the radar warms up, you'll get the radar scope illuminating. Once that's up and illuminated, I'll kind of walk you through what you're looking at on that for the bat bomb. I hope the stream's coming through smoothly.
Hang on. I don't have a bat bomb. Let me...
Oh, you'll have to arm up with it.
I thought I had done that.
Oh, that's why. If you don't have the bomb, you don't have the box.
Well, I have the little box, so...
Oh, weird. You have the radar scope?
I'm pretty sure I'm looking at a radar scope.
Like an orange circle?
Yeah. Oh, I do. It's selected. It is on. I wonder why it's...
I don't know.
Yeah, I see... Interesting. I see the mount for it. I don't see the bomb itself.
Just reload. See if you can reload it.
Yeah, that's what I just did. Okay, oil temperatures are creeping into the blue. Cylinder head temperatures are still about 1,000. There we go. That fixed it.
Now you got it. Is your radar
All right.
on by any chance?
Yeah, I see a squelch line almost.
Cool. Below the squelch line, there's 2 brackets. The left bracket should have a dot in it. That
Correct.
dot is saying that the bomb sees something. Of course it does. We're on the carrier. It sees all the metal in front of it. But that's your
Okay.
indication that it sees a boat. And once you see the left dot, you hit lock, give it a minute to think, and you'll get a dot in the right bracket as well. Yeah, I don't know why the stream is running crap. Something changed on my PC, and my stream's coming through jumpy. It's probably because I'm streaming to multiple platforms too. I may have to try to fix that in the future.
So yeah, my cylinder head temperatures really aren't climbing much more. They're staying.
No, they're not
around
right now.
1,000.
We're not pushing the
Okay.
engines. We'll take off.
The oil pressure is in the blue.
All right, so for the takeoff, you're kind of offset to the right quite a bit. Your wingtip's at risk of hitting the island, so once I take off, you might have to move over and center yourself up on the runway. I'll walk you through it. You're gonna hold the brakes and set 30 manifold pressure. Release the brakes and smooth throttle up. The tail will come off. This is a carrier plane, so like unlike the Mustang and the other fighters, the tail's gonna lift up really soon, and then just ride the mains to the end of the carrier deck. And don't worry about putting your flaps up. You want your gear up, but don't worry about the flaps right away.
Okay.
Oh, my bad. One more thing I forgot. Lock your tail wheel first when you're centered up. It's the red handle next to your rudder trim. You don't need to, but it's probably a good idea. It doesn't matter because the tail wheel's off the ground so fast. Yeah, down is locked.
Okay.
Like the tail wheel is already off the ground. It's
all right. I'm gonna move over just a little bit.
And then just careful, because when you leave the deck, you're going to be right on the edge of what the plane wants to do. I kind of prefer 30 degrees of flaps, but the book says 20, so that's what I'm trying. But you're going to be really kind of on the edge of a stall when you take off, so don't worry about putting the flaps up until you get a good amount of speed under the wing.
So you said 30?
30, release the brakes, smooth power up, let the tail rise, and just ride it off the deck. It's super rudder sensitive. And rudder trim works, but like you're gonna need to be on your feet a lot more than the other warbirds.
Go. Holy sensitive. I've got to fix my. Maybe I should take off from land first to make sure because I remember it's pretty squirrely.
You can hot start on the deck, and it'll put you right in the middle of the deck, so you'll be ready to take off. All you have to do is drop 20 flaps and lock the tail wheel. Like, you don't have to run through the whole process again. What was squirrely?
My pitch was pretty all over the place.
I have a curve on the rudder, but not on the pitch.
Oh, you're also running the nose, so.
Try it with 30 flaps as well. It's going to be a little bit more stable.
Right, there's that. Let's see.
Yeah, you're not heavy, but 30 flaps felt more stable and better for me.
Okay, trim is good. Sure, I have got the bat bomb. It's on.
Yeah, we can turn that on here in flight too.
Try this again.
Don't fight it, just kind of let it fly. Easy back on the stick.
Gosh damn it.
Are you pulling back?
Not until it started dropping, then I did start to.
Yeah, it's not like the Hornet. You're going to have to be on the controls. You want to pull back, just not enough to get into the stall. That's all right. That's what the training's for. That's what we're doing. And I'll tell you what, it can fight too. I wasn't sure it would fight well, but when you get in a turn fight with enemies, it does pretty good as long as you keep an eye on the speed.
Let's try this again.
Are you rolling?
Almost.
I'm passing off the right side of the deck. I was going to do a high pass, but not if you're rolling. High speed pass. Oh, a little bit of frame issues here. I think it's the stream eating up frames. I don't know what's going on with my OBS, but it suddenly does not. Trying to figure out what's going on there, buddy.
I torque rolled that time.
One more try, and then we'll try something else, or take off and land.
It torque rolled on me to the right one time.
I'm diving in for a pass while you're setting up. Do you have a curve on the controls? Feels like this plane needs it if you're not on something aggressive like a nose-up.
So I do have a curve on roll, but I don't on pitch.
Yeah, I might want to add one.
Oh, I do have one on. So I've got a 5 dead zone 15 curve on pitch.
That should probably be okay.
And I've got a 20 curve on roll.
Let me know when you're rolling. I'll try to time my rejoin.
And I am rolling. There we go. Torque roll to the right again. Gosh damn it.
Are you keeping the ball centered? Are you on the rudder?
I'm trying. Well, yeah, maybe that's what it is. Let me try one more time.
Okay. What the issue is with the frames being so. So crummy here on the YouTube.
All right. one.
Yeah, just easy to center the ball smoothly all the way up to full power. It should sink a little off the end of the deck, but you should get flying speed pretty quick.
And again.
All right, cool. Let's reslot on a rote. I'm gonna hot start this with the BAP bomb.
That's frustrating.
We got to figure out what's going on. Maybe there's. Have you checked the axis to make sure it's moving correctly? It's not doing the same thing the rudders are doing.
Yeah, I don't have things double bound.
No, but like, you know how your rudder or your pedal, your brakes, I meant to say, how your brakes are, they're jumping.
Oh.
I wonder if that's what's happening to your axis and your stick.
I don't think that's what's happening.
Yeah, a rote's fine. We can hit some targets from here.
No, yeah, it's those X's are just fine. It's probably me.
I tell you what, let's spawn in instead at. Let me look at what it is. Rota. I'm going to hot spawn with a BAP bomb.
Okay, I think I'm ready.
Sweet. Are you, oh, I see you over there. Okay. Why are my cow flaps open so much? Let's, like, make them halfway open. It is kind of a beast to taxi. I don't like it. And we're in midfield, so I'm going to go to the right here.
Okay.
It's kind of, yeah. It's what it is.
It's probably going to be a heck of a lot easier with brakes that are functioning.
Yeah, the problem is
better.
Oh, my tail wheel's locked. Let's unlock that. That'll help. The plane just wanders. You know how, like, the Mustang, you can straighten it out, and even with the tail wheel unlocked, it just kind of, like, kind of goes straight?
Yeah.
This thing doesn't go straight. Wanders a lot. It's like she's on ice. The brakes seem kind of ineffective in turning, and it just kind of skids around a lot more than I would like it to.
My daughter just informed me the tooth fairy's got to pay out. She just lost her third tooth in
Oh, nice.
a day and a half.
Want that tooth fairy money?
Yep.
All right, 20 degrees of flaps. We'll lock the tail wheel and we'll go hit some boats. Kind of wondering if we should load up with the rockets real quick too, because there's good targets here. The drag sucks from the rockets, but I'm going to throw some of the wings.
Come on.
I'm going to do the tiny Tim. Oh, I can't do the tiny Tim and the bat bomb. Oops. Maybe I can on these pylons. Nope, I can't do tiny Tims and the bats. So I'm going to load up with 6 rockets.
Request rearming. Copy.
I'm also going to end the stream. Just sorry for anyone that's watching, but I feel like I'm getting... Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. I feel like I'm getting lost. Well, maybe not. I'll leave it up. When you're all armed up, Wiz, let me know.
Rearming complete.
Will do.
Looks good.
Okay. I am rearmed.
All right. Same takeoff. You just have a lot more room to gain speed now. Maybe you were pushing the power up too slowly. It's actually a pretty quick power push because the tail wheel keeps it under control. Just to give it a nice long run, I'm off the ground at 100 miles an hour. Flaps up at 120. A right turn over the water. And my power is now at 2550 over 45. Something else, I don't know if you noticed, but for keeping the ball center with rudder and trim, instead of looking down, there's a ball in your HUD, in your gun sight rather.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that.
Pause it.
Just turning. Oh, I'm just now turning right from that. Sorry.
All good. Take your time.
Trying to fly the plane.
Yep.
Just going feet wet. Okay, I am visual U.
Copy.
Now,
I'm going to just do a
what'd you say?
left-hand orbit so you can rejoin. 2550 over
25.
45 is what I'm set at.
Okay.
Don't worry about tight formation. This plane's super wobbly. And it's hard for me to even fly like a stable lead platform, so. All right, I'm going to level off and bring the power back just to give you time to catch up. I had you, but I lost you.
I think you're 9 o'clock.
Oh, I see you. Okay, left-hand turn for you to rejoin. I'm doing 140 knots right now.
Copy. Same.
We're going to climb out at 2550 over 45 at 130 knots. That's best climb speed. Looks like you're fairly close. I'm going to go ahead and push my power up to 45 and pitch for 130 knots.
Copy.
And she does, like, it's really hard to maintain. She's airspeed tricky. Like, if you get down to 120, 110, like, she'll actually not climb at all. Like, you're like, why is the plane descending with the nose up? And it's just because of all the induced drag. So, just pitch to try to maintain 130. But I'm getting, what, 1,500 foot per minute right now. Just not bad with bombs and rockets on board. All right, so the bat bomb, right? We're gonna look for a target indicator on the left bracket. Press the lock button. Hope it doesn't crash DCS, because sometimes it does. And once it's locked, you can release and it'll glide the target. But it's very energy deficient, so if the target's moving, it might not hit the target unless you put a lot of energy into it. No, right now it's the S800, Jimmy. The new one. Why, does it look all right? I hope. So, if you can afford to get close to the target and get a good dive angle, you're going to impart a lot more energy on the bomb. Or be really, really high up. But we've had a few bombs that we were throwing that they... like the boat was moving and they just bled out of energy and crashed just short of the boat. So the more energy you put into it, the better. I'm gonna go ahead and arm up everything, guns, not the rockets yet. I'm going to start a nice easy right turn to the target area. Oh, my oil temps are actually warming up. Oils might be operating correctly now. Doesn't help that I had my oil cooler doors not open. Oh, I got a little fast. I'm descending. Correcting. You see Rhoda in the airfield?
Yep, I do.
Target boats are in a bay on the opposite side of the island.
Copy.
I'm just going to kind of swing around the island and we'll see if we can get a bat bomb on them. They're small targets, so we may have to be pretty close before they pick up on the bat bomb. Do you have a rocket button bound?
I do.
Do you know how to arm the rockets in this while we're sitting here?
Isn't it the kind of the control on the right-hand side by the temperature gauges?
Yeah,
That
there's
box?
two switches. The red covered switch, which you have to click right on the tip of the cover to open it. And that will turn the system on, and then the top center switch will turn the rockets to arm. And I don't quite know all the rest, so I just shoot them in single like that. The F-4 got a lot of love the last update. Good. Well, I've noticed there's still some things like the cover on the rockets is a little too small, the clicking point. But yeah, the oil temps are actually behaving. They're not just sitting at 50 the whole flight. So you might have to keep an eye on those. All right, I'm going to go supercharger first stage. Are you familiar with the supercharger issues?
Not specifically.
So the intercooler and it's called a supercharger, but they're turbos, right? They are really close to the carburetor intake. Like the air goes through the turbos, through the intercoolers, and immediately, without any cool down passageway, right into the carb, and you can overheat the carb.
Okay.
And that's the red light that says carb air temp right in the center of your display. So if you're running too low with the supercharger on, or your intercooler doors are not open enough, that'll start to flicker, and it's telling you that the carb's getting too hot. So that's why I just run with the intercooler doors full open. And if you see that happening, like you forget to turn them off down low, well, just turn the supercharger off because you don't need it down low. Additionally, if you do a high-speed diving attack, you get a lot of speed, the cowl flaps will blow closed, and you have to move the cowl flap lever to reopen them, or you will overtemp your engine. Ask me how I know. All right, visual on the target ships.
I see the bay. I can't make out the ships per se, but I think I'm visual on them.
Jimmy, I have a question for you. How's the stream coming through? Am I getting lost frames, or is it okay? Because I think my OBS is still acting up. All right, I'm going to level off here. I'm at 8,500 feet. Actually, no, I'll keep the climb. But I'm not going to point towards the targets yet. I want to roll in for a dive on them.
Copy.
Oh man, its rudder trim is so susceptible to airspeed changes. 10 knots of airspeed change and the plane is just rolling.
Yeah, I've just been fighting the trim the whole time.
It doesn't trim out as nicely as the Mustang or other Warbirds. It does require a lot of footwork. All right. I'm leaning towards the targets to see if I can get a lock or a fix. I don't know if it's still bugged, but the other players' bat bombs nosedive into the water. So if you see mine nosedive in the water, it's just a decent glitch. It's not necessarily like. So I don't know if I'll be able to track your bomb. You have to track your own.
Copy. Said nose tail is what we want.
Just tail.
Just
unless
tail.
they fixed that it wasn't working on nose tail for me.
Copy.
Prop full forward. Nosing over and bringing the power back. It didn't get a lot of love. There's still bugs they need to fix. All right, I have
a little bit.
a target. It hasn't locked yet. Oh, I lost the target. The
So
shadows.
you said if the left dot is on, then that gets search, right?
I have a lock. Weapon away. Left dot means it sees something. If it sees something, hit the lock button and see if you can get a an actual lock. Looks like my bomb is tracking on the rightmost sub, or rightmost vehicle.
Okay, got a lock.
A visual on my bomb.
And I don't know, pickle?
Schwack.
I'm not sure what.
Yep, yeah, pickle. Yeah, your bomb is nosediving, but that's a glitch. That's a desync. So you'll have to track your own weapon.
Yep. Looks like mine is the third target from the north.
Let me know if you get a hit, because I won't see.
That's a hit.
Oh, I see it. Shack. So that's the bat bomb. It's like, no kidding, like guided weapons in World War II. Don't ask me how to aim the rockets, because I have no idea. So I'm going to go in and just see if I can figure it out. I'm visual U off your right wing. Hi.
Yep. All right. Tally.
I'm rolling in on targets here. I'm going to roll in on the closest to the shore center ship. This is going to be probably a high-speed dive, and I don't know. Let's throw the speed brakes out. The dive brakes. I do not know how to aim these things, but I love that there's a ball on my gun sight. Well, I hit one. They tended to aim pretty low for me. Like the first ring on the gun sight low. Yeah, the quality's coming through fine, Jimmy, but it's the frame rate. I'm gonna have to check and see what's going on.
Oh god, I'm getting some bad let's bikes. Whew, that was.
But I'll check it. Is it coming through okay, or is it jumpy? Was that a rocket attack? I never saw splashes.
Evidently I had something with my autopilot set. It's going to crash me. So I don't know how to turn it off.
There is no autopilot.
I know. But evidently something was bound because as soon as I pushed the button that should be rocket release, it's like, attitude, hold on.
What?
I cleared that. Okay, let's figure that out.
That's unusual.
Hold attitude. Yep. Sure is. Alright, let's clear you. I want... Oh, All right. Well, evidently there's... All right. Well, there we go. Figured that one out. Okay.
Jimmy says it might be the cheater autopilot for when you step away from the sim.
Yeah, must be. That must have been what I... Evidently something had gotten bound to that.
How do the rest of the lights look in the room, Jimmy? They look good? Too bright? Not bright enough? I love the howl.
It's not stall. All right, climbing back up. I'll try again.
Slow. That's 3 boats for me. 1 bat bomb, 1 rockets, and 1 machine guns. I'm off target.
Copy.
S'mores. I want s'mores.
They had s'mores on Saturday night. We did s'mores.
Alright, visual you.
Okay, turning in on the close boat furthest out.
Rockets?
Yep.
Yeah, even on a good dive, I had to aim a little bit higher than I expected.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Didn't turn them on.
If I had $1. For every time I did that.
Red switch. Okay, so just the one red switch is what it, and then arm?
And then arm. So 3 clicks, 1 cover, and 2 switches.
1 cover, 2 switches. Now I bet it'll work. Alright.
We're about to find out.
Turn it back in. Close boat. Come on, let's get over there. Oh, call.
That was a close hit. That was a hit. Kill?
Yep, 1 kill.
Sweet. There's what?
2 more boats left.
Sweet. Now machine gun passes. Those are pretty close to center. Depends on range. Could I tell you what range is what? No.
Oh, why not? Come on. Could I follow whatever you said? Probably not.
I honestly, I felt like I was aiming a little high. So they might be, at the range I was shooting, it felt like they were right on gun sight. But I was, I don't know, pretty close inside of 2,000.
I think I saw something about in one of the updates that you're supposed to be able to adjust your convergence on the ground. Or set your convergence on the ground.
Yes. Check your cowl flaps if you were in a high-speed dive and just make sure they're still open.
They are still open.
Here, do something before you run in for a gun attack. I'll give you something fun to try.
Okay.
Climb up with whatever power you're comfortable with and try to get really, really high. And I mean like take the time and climb this thing up really high. And then throw your dive brakes out and dive like, you need to make sure you get out of the dive and put your brakes back in. But this thing is insane in like a dive brake, almost vertical dive. It's like the ground rush, even in a sim in VR, is real when you're doing that.
Well,
I'm not even high enough to take advantage of it. I'm at 6,500 feet. I'm going to try it. Oh my gosh, that is uncomfortably steep. Okay, I'm not comfortable with that. Yeah. With the dive brakes out and the power back, I didn't have a cowl blowdown, so that was cool. Pause it. Never mind. I see.
okay.
So much rudder.
Yeah.
I was not Johnny on the spot with a rudder on that dive and had to correct it in the middle of the dive, which really screwed up my targeting. It's going to be, if you're not trimming for it, if you're just anticipating it, as you speed up, it's going to be a lot of right rudder. Or, sorry, a lot of left rudder.
Left rudder. Yeah. Yeah, I've been fighting with that one. Like, I'm not trimming when I'm in a dive like that, because as soon as I pull out and put the power back on,
it's just about
gonna...
rudder. It's just a matter of leading it right. As you dive in, just watch the ball and feed in that left rudder.
This
What's your
sucker is
altitude?
Definitely a handful. Almost 6.5. I continue the climb, turning in towards the target. When I get over top of it, then I'll go to speed brakes and dive in.
I was propped forward and idle to help keep me from getting too fast. She's also really stable at high speed. It's just you gotta be aware of the cow flaps when you slow back down.
Kind of crazy to think that they use the landing gear as speed brakes in this thing.
Yeah, it is. But with the forward gear door hooked on the front of the strut, it's a giant door. All right, I'm at 9,000 above you. Of course, I had tons of energy to climb with, so I'll dive in behind you.
I don't think I'm... Okay, diving in.
Oh yeah, you should wait till you're almost over the top of them, like vertical dive.
No.
When you're off target and you have a second to F-4u my airplane, let me know. No rush.
Oh, trying to compensate the rudder coming out of that dive is...
Let me know when you have
Challenge.
a moment.
And I'm climbing out. Let me... Whoa! Get this somewhat happy. Come on. Okay, I think I'm good.
All right, this is
Okay.
what I'm talking about here.
Oh yeah, you're right on top.
Yeah, but watch the level of dive angle. It's just
Oh god.
absolute tons of rudder. That is unbelievably uncomfortable. Come on, rudder. Don't fail me.
Oh, that is so cool. You can see the casings ejecting as you're going down.
That reset my cow flaps and blew them down. That was with the dive brakes out, and I still was hauling ass. Dude, yeah, it's like, I mean, you don't think of it as a dive bomber, but with those dive brakes, it's like you can go straight down, and it is uncomfortable. It's really hard to compensate rudder in a dive like that, though.
Yeah.
All right, let's finish these boats off. Go back and land. I don't know how many rounds I have left. I'm going to go in on the farther ship.
Copy.
Whistling Death coming at you. That sound is so good.
There you are.
Remember your supercharger up high?
Yep.
Once you start getting more used to the rudder and actually not trimming it like the Mustang, but stepping on it, it becomes a lot easier to fly. It's just not something we have in our cross check like we normally do.
Turning in. Oh, God, I messed up that.
Yeah, it's way easier if you feed the rudder in instead of miss it and have to step on it last minute.
Ooh, oh, I get
One more ship
when I
dead.
start diving in, I'm getting some frame rate spikes bad.
Welcome, welcome. F-4u Corsair practice on some surface vessels. One boat left and it's wounded. Kill the beast while it's wounded. Great movie reference. If anyone knows it. Alright, that last one's yours.
See if I can not get some frame rate hits this time.
I lost you. I had you and then I lost you. Oh, you're already diving in. Well, my plan to follow you in didn't work.
Well, it's 50% dead.
Wait until you're a little close. About how far out are you shooting, you think?
Wait until I'm pretty close, but I'm just so squirrely and all over the place. It's hard to get it lined up. I don't have enough time in it. It feels like I'm really fighting the plane.
Same. I'm just now starting to feel like I'm not fighting it a lot. It's not ever really stable, but I'm just getting to the point now where I feel like I'm stable on an attack run. It's all about like slow, smooth rudder feed in. Like my cross check on a diving run, it's like target, rudder, target, ball, target, ball, target, ball.
Did I? What? Come on.
Did you get slow?
I wasn't slow, but I think I almost put it into a spin.
Yeah, it'll accel stall if you pull too hard.
Whew. Didn't feel like I was pulling hard, but evidently I was.
A little bit closer.
Oh, God, there's the first frame hits.
I'm on behind you on a run.
Weird. Okay. Yeah, if you can get him, take him.
If I did one more trigger squeeze, I would have had it. He's at 94.
All right, I'll roll in real quick, see if I can get him.
I'm with you. Oh, so pretty following a Corsair. And your gear's not down. That's cool.
Come on. Got him.
All right, I'm coming up on your right wing, and I'm going to be passing on the right side for a rejoin. I'm setting 2550 over 44. You should be visual now.
Yep, visual.
So super slow pattern. Fly it how you want. One final turn all the way to the ground. Not carrier landing stuff. But you should be full flaps and 90 knots crossing the threshold. In fact, what we'll do is we'll make it easier. I'm going to set cruise power, which is 2150 over 35. So very low power setting. I'll try to get it trimmed up. I found it does trim up and is a lot more stable at like cruise speed than it is when you're pushing it fast. Alright, I'm trimmed up. So like, as much as this plane doesn't trim, I'm trimmed up for a level flight at cruise power. It just trims up nicely. It's just not a fast airplane.
It's not.
It can go fast, but it's not designed to be a faster. Like, it just lumbers along. I'm doing 170 knots at cruise power. Probably faster when they get rid of the drag off of the. When you fire the rockets, the drag still stays on, so the airframe It's one of the things they're
Still-
fixing. It doesn't
still
dump the
thinks-
drag. All right, how far behind do you think you are?
300-400 yards. Not too far. Maybe closer to 200.
Do you want to do like a right 360 just to give us spacing? And I'm going to do a left. I'm going to set up for a left turn.
Pattern?
You could always, at 20 degrees of combat flaps, you can drop those at any speed. It'll help you slow down too if you need them.
Okay.
I feel like I'm a little bit tight for this turn. But eventually, you need to go all the way to 50, and if you're slow enough, just throw them all the way to 50, because they will blow up if you're too fast. And then you don't have to worry about being on speed. Just... I'm a little slow. I'm 90 knots now, and I kind of want to be more at 100 before I start my final turn. God, that is a lot of rudder.
And do you keep it at cruise, or do you go to...
No,
full-
my power's back to slow down, so full
Okay.
prop. Alright, a little fast. I want to be slowing to 90 in the turn. Because I'm doing a diving turn, so it's hard to slow it down. I feel like that was pretty good. I'll take it. I'm clearing right side.
Copy.
In fact, I'll park behind this sand berm here to protect myself from you.
Confidence is amazing. But given how many planes I've already gone through, I don't blame you.
Oh, big bounce.
It probably looked worse due to the lag.
Oh yeah, no, it always
I mean,
looks
it was-
worse. It always looks worse when you're watching somebody in F2.
Whoa!
Easy brakes, easy brakes.
I did it.
Let me look at the time, see how much time you got.
Yeah, I've
yeah,
got-
10
I gotta
minutes.
call it.
So. Oh, there wasn't enough hydraulic. I tried to raise them, but I did it after I shut my engine off, so the engine was like, nope. Crank it back up so I can fold these wings. Oh, that sounds like an R2800 shutting down. You probably couldn't hear it when I did because your engine was running, but like you can hear the ignition stop, and then as it spools down, it's just the sound of metal going click, 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 click.
All right. Cool.
That was fun. I hope you it like the Corsair better now.
It's it's a twitchy little, definitely twitchy.
Do you want to know like
You
one
have
of
to
the
work for it, that's for sure.
So here's some things I like while we're sitting here. You wouldn't probably experience this, unfortunately, but I think it's a little thing they added in with the force feedback. When I'm on the ground, like right now, but even when the wings are unfolded, little gusts of wind will blow the flight controls and move my stick. That's cool. And like with the wings folded up, the early version of the Corsair, it's not even a full metal wing. So like late versions had metal wings, metal flight controls, and then they went to. But when they first started off, it was canvas wings, canvas flight controls, and then they went metal wing, canvas flight controls. But this is a canvas wing. So if you look on your wing, like you'll see where there's rivets, and then suddenly you'll see where the doping for the canvas is, and like the dirt is on canvas. So it's a not just flight controls. It's a canvas, like probably, I don't know, what is that? 50% of the wing.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. Huh.
So like the twitchiness and the light feeling of the airplane, and like people not appreciating that and thinking that the plane's broken, and it's not. It's not as fast as people think it is. And then when you consider the wings are canvas on an airplane that on a warbird that goes as fast as it goes, it's surprising that the wings are canvas. If you F4 and go to the left, the right one doesn't model yet, but the left wing root, you can also see like all of the flight controls in the wing root are functional. I've even closed the wing root with my head in here in the F4 view and like watched the little lock mechanisms move, flap mechanisms. It's very, very detailed. I think probably one of the best little details on the flight model or the physical model too is if you go under the main gear where the bat bomb mount is, which probably looks funny because the bat bomb mount might get in the way of it. But if you go under the airplane in F4 and you actually, now it clears. If you open and close the cowl flaps, I had to turn my battery back on so I can. Or not the cowl flaps, the intercooler. Oh, they don't work when the airplane's off. But like you watch that intercooler door, the way the sides accordion together, like they've done a massive amount of detail. It's incredible. Anyways.
Alrighty. Well, it's been fun.
Yeah, it was super fun. Thanks for flying. We'll need to get some rotor wing work in here for the podcast.
Yes, definitely have to do that.
Alrighty, boy.
Alrighty. Well, have a good night.
All right, we'll see you.
All right, bye.
So much fun.
Really?
Yeah, at least in the front, the sight's gone wild and the ADI is upside down.
What are you in?
Skill issue?
Allegedly.
All right. Let's do a nice big pop up now.
What are you flying?
Hide.
We're bombing in the hind.
Oh, in the hind.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
On the clock, on the clock. You see that, F-15? Yep.
Oh, yep.
It's behind the trees. That one's already dead. Yeah. Go for the building. Go for the building.
Okay.
All right.
We're so killing ourselves with this.
No, it's fine. The site's already broken. Screw it.
For Mother Russia.
All right, we'll mute that for a minute. If anyone is still watching, Peter, bullets fly through that easily. Yeah. Sorry, I missed your comments sometimes when they're in if you're in on YouTube, because they don't pop in VR. So I've got to actually go look for them and watch them. But my apologies if you were commenting and I missed it. I have no idea what stick. I flew that whole mission with this working really well, and I don't even know what profile. It was on an idle profile. Huh. Wasn't even on the Corsair profile. I'm going to just play for a minute before I get off the game, if you guys stick around. I just got the Berlin map, and I've only done a little bit of flying on it, but it's just kind of fun to, I don't know, explore, I guess. Now it's lit up. Is it? Is it not? That's okay. Let me try to pull the chat up and see if I can keep an eye on it, since it's... This dude running in super slow motion. Frames are okay. They're not great. They're okay. I'm going to go look at the Berlin Wall. The landmarks out here. 1980s Berlin. Plus, I just like flying helicopters. So. Unlike Fifi from the podcast, I like the helicopters. We should be able to find the Brandenburg Gate here shortly. I see the landmark that's going to lead us to it. That'll cross us into East Berlin. Hold on. That looks cool. What is that? Charlottenburg Palace. Whatever that is. If anyone is watching and you have not flown the Berlin map, it is insanely detailed. I couldn't tell you anything about this palace. But the level of detail is impressive. Let's go find the Brandenburg Gate, the Berlin Wall, and head into East Berlin. Church, lots of churches. There's my landmark. Unlike some of the other maps, though, the Berlin map seems to be completely devoid of, like, vehicular traffic. Start slowing it up. World War II memorial here. Russian tanks. I don't know why there's Russian tanks outside the World War II memorial on the West German side, but it might just be a DCS thing. It might be something that might be some real history behind it. I don't know. I hope the stream is coming through smooth. I'm getting a little bit of choppies in here, but I know that that sometimes doesn't manifest with what the viewers are seeing. I was going to move in and read it, but then I realized I don't speak Russian, or I don't read Russian or German, so. Insane detail here, though. Hit the statue with my rotor. I don't know what this is, but it looks awfully important. Dem Deutschen Volke. If you're watching and you speak German. What does it mean? There's the Brandenburg Gate. And there's the Berlin Wall. With some guard towers and military trucks and a little bit of no man's land between it. Alright. We're crossing into East Germany. East Berlin. There's the wall. Oh my gosh, the detail they put into this map is insane. Soviet Space Needle. My fault for losing all my airspeed to climb up here. We have more power. Let's use it. can look down on Berlin too. See what else out here is worth looking at. I'm gonna see what this sign on this building says. Wave to the folks. Interesting looking building down there. Hotelstadt Berlin, right next to the train station. Right next to pictures of Stalin. See what this weird domed building is. Nope, that's VRS. Oh, well. Womp womp. Came in way too fast on that descent. Oh, they put a ton of detail in this. A lot. Oh my god, the city is enormous. Some massive. Oh, that's a cool church. Wow, I would look at it if I didn't crash my helicopter. Gosh, the brickwork and stained glass is even done on that. Insane detail. Let's get a bird's eye view of Berlin here. Oh my goodness. Where am I? Oh, that's where I'm at. Olympic Park. Okay, well, that was fun. Until I crashed and died. And then it sucked. Oh, what is that? See, now I'm seeing all the landmarks that I wanted to look at from God's eye view. Soviet monument. There's going to be some fun missions played out on this map. In any case, I'm done with the stream. Thanks for watching. For those of you that are still around, I can't see if anyone's in YouTube, but nonetheless, thank you. I'm going to call it, and yeah. behind is cool. Thank you. Yeah, but they push it way out there to try to get it out from underneath that giant rotor wash because it messes the readings up. So that's